Привіт-привіт! My name is Ina and welcome to my YouTube channel Speak Ukrainian. In today's video we will review together the Ukrainian textbooks. But before we start, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video and leave your comments below. So guys, I recorded for you already the video about 10 top Ukrainian textbooks that I recommend you to purchase. And I would like to continue to record this kind of content for you because very often I get the messages like, Ina, I want to learn Ukrainian language so much, but unfortunately there are not so many learning materials, and that's why I decided to learn Russian. Okay, that's your choice, but I don't agree with you because there are so many useful Ukrainian learning materials that will be enough for you to learn Ukrainian. And I started to teach Ukrainian as the second language 5 years ago, and at that time there were just few textbooks, but every year many Ukrainian language teachers they create more and more textbooks. So I would like to share with you some useful textbooks. I have many textbooks, but there are not so many good ones because some of them can be useful only for foreigners who want to study at Ukrainian universities, some of them only for those who want just to travel to Ukraine, but the general course textbook, so it's very difficult to find this kind of textbooks, that's true. But I pick up for you some very useful materials, and that's not an advertisement. I found these textbooks on the internet, so if you want to ask me, Ina, where can I get this textbook, just use the Google and you will find the website very fast where you can purchase it. So guys, the first textbook that I would like to show you is this one. It's called Українська мова для іноземців. Ukrainian for foreigners, A1 level. It's for absolute beginners from the company Learn Ukrainian Now. It's very weird that so many Ukrainian language teachers call their textbook Українська для іноземців. Of course, it's clear that this is a textbook for foreigners, but if I say to my student, please get this textbook, he or she will find many textbooks with the same name, so it can be very confusing, of course. And they have the textbook for A2 level and also for B1 and B2 levels. And I want to say this is a very good textbook because they have explanations, grammar tables in both languages, in English and in Ukrainian, also very useful exercises, and they have vocabulary list, so these textbooks are very good. So I use it and it's good, so good job. So the next one I want to share with you, it's the textbooks from Olesya Palinska and Oksana Turkevich. Is the textbook that's called Крок. So Крок 1, it's for beginners and for A1, A2 levels. So the first, I have two, let me explain you. So this one is for students, this one is for teachers, so it's not useful for you to get this one. So what about this textbook? I want to tell you that it's very nice. I like it, I like the design, I like that there are so many beautiful pictures, it's colorful, and it's very good to memorize the information about it. But the minus is that they have some writing here in italic style. And for example, you can see how it looks italic style, and for foreigners it's very difficult to read it. Also there are no explanations in English, and also there are no translations in English, and that's a big problem. A foreigner who has A1, A2 level won't be useful this textbook without a teacher at all. And this textbook is very good to use with the students in a group. So with the teacher in a group, that's a very good textbook. If you want to learn Ukrainian by yourself, so it won't be very useful because everything is in Ukrainian here. And also they share with you the information with a CD. And I have a computer and I have a laptop and I don't have the CD-ROM. I don't know what is its name. So I purchased this textbook maybe 6 months ago, and I still don't have an opportunity to get these files because my friends, they don't have CD-ROM either, so that's not really convenient. Also I have Crocodile. So this is for B1 level students. Again, this is Olesya Palinska. This is a general course book, and I want to say that it is very good. It's very big, and again, there are so many pictures in it, explanations, exercises. I like it. Of course, there are no any English translation of the rules of the exercises, but if you have an intermediate level, it can be okay for you because you can understand at this level how to do the task. But anyway, you won't be able to use it without a teacher. So again, this textbook is good for group and with the teacher, maybe at university. I think maybe these textbooks were made for teaching Ukrainian language students who are foreigners at universities. And the second textbook is called a copybook for foreigners. Again, they have CD, and I really like this one, and I use it with my student because here the exercises are very good and the text also are very good, and you can do some exercises. And for intermediate level, these texts are very good. I really recommend them. And also in the previous video I told you about this author Olesya Palinska and about her textbook Автостop, and this textbook is my favorite one for C1 level, so I also highly recommend you, and I think Olesya Palinska did a very good job for creating Ukrainian language materials. I know that they have also a textbook for B2 C1 level. It's called Люди and Mista. I guess I will leave you the name of this textbook so you can check it out. Also, you can find all these learning materials on Google. Also, guys, I can tell you that very popular textbooks are the series of Jablocon, and I'm sure you heard about them if you learn Ukrainian, but I don't have these textbooks, and I can tell you that they are very good, and many of my colleagues told me that it's good to have this kind of textbooks, but personally I didn't use them because these textbooks are quite expensive, and you need to buy a textbook. There is also a workbook, and my students, they have never had this kind of textbooks that I had to purchase them and to use together with them. Okay. But if the creators of this textbook watches this video, you can write me and we can collaborate, and I would like to use your textbooks too. Okay, and yeah, the next book is very interesting. I get this textbook as a gift from, it is written by Alexandra Antoniv, Svetlana Romanyuk and Olena Sinchak. I hope I pronounced your surname correct. I'm sorry if not. Why? Because it is written in Polish, and this textbook is great for people who are from Poland or who speaks Polish language. I don't speak Polish, but there are so many good textbooks and learning materials, and again, it's a colorful textbook with the different pictures, and it's more about the culture. So if you have Ukrainian roots and you live in Poland, or if you're just interested in Ukrainian language, you can get this textbook. It's very nice, I like it. And where can you get it? You can just write Alexandra Antoniv on Facebook, and you can ask her about this textbook, because the author of this, one of the authors of this textbook, gifted me this textbook. It's very nice, and if you speak Polish, you can get it. Also, I have some textbooks that I recommend you also to check them out, but I don't have here them with me, but I advise you to check them out. So this is Danuta Mazurek, Українська мова для іноземців. Again, it's called Ukrainian Language for Foreigners, but you can see this is the cover of this textbook. You can also purchase it online. Крок за кроком. It's a good textbook. Unfortunately, there are also no English explanations, so it is very similar as this one, Crocodile, and it's good to use it with a teacher or in a group learning, but it can be very challenging for you to learn Ukrainian, especially when you're a beginner by yourself. What else I have? Also, in the previous video, I told you about this textbook, Let's Speak Ukrainian. Also, I forgot to show you this textbook, but now you can see how it looks in reality, by Makarova, Palamar, Prisazhnuk. And I can tell you that there are 3 textbooks, 3 series of this book, Let's Speak Ukrainian, and also they published this textbook in 1975, the first version of it, and this is the newest one, and it was published in 2010. So I can say that this textbook is also very good, and it is also very good, for example, for self-learning, and they have very good dialogues, phonetics exercises, some basic vocabulary, and they have the words with the stress, and that's very important. So this book is very nice. Also, I would like to recommend you to find the textbook Colloquial Ukrainian, a complete language course by Jan Press and Stefan Pach. I'm not sure how to pronounce the surname correctly, I'm sorry, but this textbook is very nice, and in this textbook you can find the full information about the history of the Ukrainian language. Also, there are so many learning explanations, so if you want to learn Ukrainian from scratch, and for you it is very important to know completely what is phonetics, how to start speaking the language. It looks more like a textbook for university students who want to learn Ukrainian language from the perspective as a linguist. And also it's very good to find the book Ukrainian Language for Peace Corps. I know that there are some Americans who want to come to Ukraine and to work for Peace Corps or just to be volunteers here, and you can find this textbook online. I have an ebook version of this textbook, so you can check it out. And it is also very good, and it's very thick textbook with the detailed information, but maybe it is a little bit boring because there are no any pictures there or interesting exercises. It's just like a complete course, a very big textbook with so many a little bit boring rules. So if you have time to learn the language by yourself completely, and you know that you are a very serious student, so you can check out this textbook. Also, I would like to show you a very interesting textbook. It's not even a textbook, it's like phrasebook. It's called Ukrainian for English Speakers in Pictures. It's also very nice because if you want to practice some vocabulary, you can check it out. So it's very nice. You can also purchase it online. Just write the name of this textbook and the pictures, how to describe the study room, how to describe the body, the face, the clothes in Ukrainian. That's very nice. And I want to give you also a very good tip if you want to get phrasebook and it's difficult to find a good one online. If you live right now in Ukraine, or if you're planning to come to Ukraine, I highly recommend you to visit any bookstore and just ask, can I get or can you show me an English Ukrainian phrase book? So guys, you can see I have it's called Англійська мова, English language, українсько-англійський розмовник, Ukrainian English phrase book and vocabulary, like dictionary, and actually this one for Ukrainians who want to learn English, but it doesn't matter, they have a Ukrainian English dictionary and phrases, so it will be anyway useful for you. So there are so many different phrases, expressions about different topics, about the health, about the time. So it's very nice. It's very nice. So it's very easy to get this kind of textbook in Ukraine, and it will cost just, I don't know, maybe $5. Highly recommend you. So guys, also I would like to remind you that I'm also an author of the great textbook that's called Master Ukrainian Cases. So this is my baby. It took me 9 months to write this textbook. It's very nice and unique textbook because with the help of it you can practice one of the most difficult topics in Ukrainian grammar and cases. And cases, this is the base of Ukrainian grammar. And without this topic, you won't be able even to make the simple sentence in Ukrainian. 7 cases is like 7 notes in music. So guys, in this textbook, what you will find, so you see how it looks like. Inside there is a table of contents. I explain the grammar terms that you will find. There are tables, grammar tables. There are all exceptions about the cases. Also you will find information about the use and function of each case. So it means when you have to use it and why. You will practice the exercises. Also I added the vocabulary list to each chapter, so you will also practice the vocabulary. And also in the end of this textbook you will find a very useful tables. So summary tables that will be very useful for you anytime when you have some doubts about the forms or about the usages of some case or about the endings or about the constructions. Anytime you can check yourself and find the useful information. So Master Ukrainian Cases by me, it's a very good product and it is unique, and you can get it on my website speaky.com. And also the textbook that you can purchase on my website also is called again Українська мова для іноземців, Ukrainian Language for Foreigners. This textbook is for students from A1 to B2 levels, so it means for beginners and to intermediate students. And this is a complete course for students from B1 to B2 levels. So when you get a very solid beginner level in Ukrainian and then you want to jump on the intermediate level and to be almost like to be fluent in Ukrainian language, because when you get to C1, C2 levels, it means that you are almost fluent. You can speak like a native. And this textbook is a full course. It includes all the useful vocabulary, grammar, great text, so it's very nice, and I use it with my students. This textbook was written by two PhD, Olesya and Natalia Gavdida from Ternopil University. So it's very big. You can see there are so many vocabulary. You can see it's my bookmarks, yes, because I use it right now with one of my students from Canada. So it's very nice. I highly recommend you can find the link to the description of this video. So guys, I hope this video was very useful for you. If you want to check out some more learning materials about the Ukrainian language, like for example the flashcards, I forget to tell you about the flashcards. I created the sets of the flashcards about the Ukrainian verbs, and you can find here the verbs, the translation, and how to conjugate them. Also, next week, so actually you're watching this video right now, and it means that I have already launched the new set of the flashcards. Also, it's about the adjectives. Adjectives and all their form in cases, all their forms in all cases. So it will be very useful for you to learn how to put in cases the adjectives, and how we change them according to the masculine, feminine, neuter, and plural forms, and how to conjugate the verbs. Cases and conjugation of the forms is two different topics, so don't mix up, and my flashcards will help you to do that. So check out the information about the flashcards on my website again, and you can buy two sets just for $100, and the worldwide delivery is free, guys, so that's very good. And don't forget also to subscribe to my Instagram channel, Speak Ukrainian Language. If you want to support this YouTube channel, you can do this by Patreon, or you can just donate any sum of money to it. Just check out the information again to the description of this video lesson. And actually, it's not a video lesson, just a video. So guys, please write me in the comments below which textbook you use. I'm very curious to check out how you learn Ukrainian language, and maybe I can give you some recommendations for me. So, see you soon, побачимось скоро, and па-па!